here remember SpongeBob in Tehran?
We're in trouble, Mr. Krabs.
What? We're in trouble? Are we under attack?
For those of you who don't know, they were basically cursed bootleg movies. They had the worst plot, the worst visuals, the worst voice acting. I had a terrible time watching it. You probably had a terrible time watching me talk about it. Now, there were three movies that I reviewed, and I thought that was the end of that. We're done. No more cursed bootleg SpongeBob things exist. But of course I was wrong. Because as it turns out, there is a fourth bootleg SpongeBob movie, simply titled SpongeBob in Chahabahar. I don't know where that is. Chahabahar. Chahabahar is a city and capital of Chahabar County, Sistan in Iran. Oh! That makes sense. Now this one really differentiates itself from the others simply by looking at the cover art. Because this might be the most cursed one of all. We have some girl, she seems nice, along with SpongeBob, Patrick, and Mr. Krabs in what seem to be like costumes, like obvious costumes that you put on for Halloween. Now that's obviously really cursed looking, but they would never put that in the movie, right? They would have some standards, right? I don't know why I expect things. So let's just talk about SpongeBob and Chahabahar, the fourth and hopefully last SpongeBob in Iran movie. So the movie starts off with some girl, probably the one from the title, walking around Iran, touching fish, talking to strangers. What does this have to do with SpongeBob? At least in the other SpongeBob in Iran movies, we are in Bikini Bottom. Why are we actually in this port in Tehran? Seriously, it's just this woman taking selfies, enjoying the Iran cityscape, which, you know, is fine. This may also be a good time to mention that this movie has no subtitles. Which means, once again, we're left up to our own devices to figure out just what the heck is going on here. So the lady is walking around and gets stalked by this guy who is a villain. I kind of like him. He's very eccentric. Oh, are we going to Bikini Bottom? I forgot this was a SpongeBob movie. So we're then just shown clips from episodes and the movie, just dubbed over. Like you could just do that, like that's not illegal or something. I'm not too sure what's happening, but it looks like they gave up using their own cursed animations. Their already terrible animation budget ran out. There's just no more animation. Oh my god, they're actually going through with this. I mean, I guess it's cheaper than animating. They must have found these costumes like in the dumpster. Where else would you find these? If not... Now, I kid you not, the next thing that SpongeBob, Mr. Krabs, and Patrick do once arriving in the real world in their, god-awful Halloween costumes, SpongeBob pulls out a gun and robs this guy's car and steals it so they can drive off. What? I don't know. Oh, great. More of these people. They're my favorite SpongeBob characters. Apart from this guy, though, he's actually, unironically, probably my favorite character in this whole movie. There's just so much talking in this movie about probably nothing. Now, this next scene, I can only describe it as art.
Colonel.
You seeing this shit? SpongeBob and friends are literally solid snaking their way, in broad daylight may I add, trying to sneak around this warehouse. They're in these bulbous costumes, in their bright colors of yellow, pink, and red, trying to sneak around and not get caught. And you know what? You wanna know the best part? They don't get caught! They manage to make it inside, and then,
بابا یواشتر چه خبره تو آخه؟
Hold them hostage? Tie them up and point guns at them? Steven Hillenberg would be so happy. What is this? Why is this happening? What? I wish it was in English. At this point, I need to know. I need to know what is happening. Why are SpongeBob and Patrick tying up these guys and holding them both hostage? Okay, so what I can gather, what I've tried to gather is that those two, the girl and the guy, are trying to sell tuna, right? And tuna is made of fish. So I'm assuming SpongeBob and friends are not for that because they're basically, you know, eating their own people. I guess it's something. It's a plot to bring them to the real world. But no time for that because we now need the mafia to show up. Why? It's why not? Why not have SpongeBob point his water gun at these people who I guarantee you are not actors. I guarantee you they were probably working on the docks for real at the beginning of the movie and they drag them along to do this. This is the single most ridiculous thing I have ever seen in my entire life. And all of this, everything I've been talking about, we're barely 20 minutes into the movie. You think I've been jumping around to get to the good stuff? No. Everything I've mentioned has happened sequentially in that order. What has happened so far? SpongeBob and friends have come out of the ocean, held these two people hostages who, I don't even know if they're enemies or friends. This guy is too shady to be a good guy, but maybe don't judge a book by its cover. That's what it's trying to tell you. But I kid you not, the rest of the movie is just SpongeBob and friends being shown around this tuna processing plant. Yeah, that's literally all it is.
سلام
سلام آقای صیاد بیا این تور از رو صورت من.
This is probably actually a real functioning plant. They probably had their friends say, hey, you mind if I come in with the camera and just film you guys? We're making a movie. It's gonna be the next big thing. It turns into like this educational video. Here's where they pack the tuna. Here's where the fish come in. The fish are checked. This is why I'm confused, because in any other kind of movie, this business guy would show them the plant and be, look at this, isn't it wonderful? We respect our workers. We don't make them work 80 hours a week like Amazon. They don't have to pee in bottles. This would be a plot point to trick our heroes into thinking everything is okay while secretly doing something evil. But here? No, they're just showing them around the tuna processing plant, and they're just okay with it. Yeah, SpongeBob and Patrick and Mr. Krabs, they're seeing their fish brethren be like sold and processed and eaten, and they're just totally fine with it. The movie just becomes so boring. It was bad before, but at least it was interesting, even if just the spectacle of SpongeBob doing what he was doing. Now it's literally like an ad for some probably real tuna place in Iran. And that's it. The guy and the girl, I guess, are friends, and he was never really evil, apart from, looking like an evil 50s villain. SpongeBob and Patrick and Mr. Krabs leave. Roll credits. This is such a strange movie. At least in the other SpongeBob and Tehran movies, there was a plot to an extent where something would happen. Something would eventually lead up to something. But here, there's plot for the first 20 minutes, and then it just falls off a cliff. I don't know anybody who wants to watch 15 straight minutes of a tuna factory tour. So, how is the movie? You really want me to answer that? But if we're gonna grade it as a SpongeBob and Tehran movie, it's still terrible, but there is a nice level of cursed charm to it. This entire visual, once the SpongeBob and friends come out of Bikini Bottom, the visual of them walking around and doing anything is just gonna make you be confused. So that was SpongeBob and Chabahar. Now it's time for So Long. but we'll sing just one more song. Thanks for doing your part. You sure are smart. You know, with me and you and my dog Blue, we can do anything that we wanna do. Bye. Thanks for watching. Try the tuna. Go to Tehran. Go to Iran. Go to everywhere in the Middle East. Eat fish. That's what they want.